The two houses of the parliament are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So first I will explain to you Lok Sabha, the lower house of the parliament. Lok Sabha is the house of the people because most of the members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the peoples. So at present the Lok Sabha has 545 members. So 543 are elected members and 2 are nominated members. So the President of India are to be nominated 2 members from the Anglo-Indian community. Anglo-Indian means the person is someone whose family is partly British and partly Indian. Full terms of the Lok Sabha is 5 years from the date of its first meeting. The term can be extended by the Parliament beyond 5 years in case of an emergency, but it cannot be extended beyond 6 months after the emergency ends. It can be dissolved earlier by the Presidents on the advice of the Prime Minister. The President is not a member of the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha, but he can address the members of the two houses together once a year. Generally, there are 3 sessions of the parliament in a year, but a special session can also be called if the needed arises. So the constitution lays down that the time interval between 2 sessions of parliament should not exceed 6 months. To stand for elections to the Lok Sabha, a candidate must have the following qualifications: has to be an Indian citizen aged at least 25 years, should not be hold any office or of profit under the government, name should be registered as a voter in any parliamentary constituencies, and should not have a criminal record against him or her. Elections of Lok Sabha. Elections to the Lok Sabha are held at least once every 5 years. So the country is divided into constituencies for the purpose of elections, and each state has been given a number of seats in such a manner that the ratio between the number of seats and the populations is same as far as possible for all the states. Constituencies means the state is divided into smaller units from each territorial units. So any number of candidates can contest the elections, but the candidate getting the highest number of votes is declared elected. Every constituency elects one representative to the Lok Sabha. The candidate who contests the elections may belongs to a political party or be an independent candidates. So the candidates who gets the largest number of votes becomes the elected representatives of the constituencies in the Lok Sabha. So all Indian citizens aged 18 years or above can vote in the elections to choose their representatives. So the elections to the Lok Sabha are held on the basis of universal adult franchise. So all adult citizens of the country have the right to vote, and it also adopts the principle of one man, one vote and one value. Means each citizen of the country above a certain age has a single vote only, and the value of each vote is the same. Presiding officer of Lok Sabha or the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So the presiding officers of the Lok Sabha is known as the Speaker, and the Lok Sabha members elect the Speaker from among themselves. But in case the Speaker cannot discharge his functions for a day or few days, so Deputy Speaker takes the responsibility of conducting the House of the business. The Speaker performs many important functions, which are: he or she does not vote when voting takes a place in the House, but he or she can use his and her casting a vote in case of a tie. The bill can be introduced only by his or her permissions. He or she presides over the joint sessions of both the houses of the parliament. He or she decides whether the bill is a money bill or not. He or she appoints various parliamentary committees. Speaker may be a member of any political party, but once elected, he or she has to be conduct the business of the house impartially. And now let's move to the second house of the parliament is the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. The maximum strength of the Rajya Sabha is 250 members. Out of them, 12 members are nominated by the president from among well-known personalities who have stood out in their respective fields. Example: social services, literature, journalism, science, art, etc. And rest of the 238 representatives of the states and the union territories are elected. At present, the Rajya Sabha has 245 members, 233 are elected members and 12 are nominated members. So the members of representatives from each states of India in the Rajya Sabha varies on the basis of their populations. To be a member of the Rajya Sabha, a person should be a citizen of India and not less than 30 years of age, and the other qualifications are the same as the qualifications required to be the Lok Sabha candidate, and the other qualifications as prescribed by Parliament from time to time. So the representatives from the states are elected by the elected members of the state assemblies respectively, and the Rajya Sabha is the permanent house and it cannot be dissolved. 1/3 of its members retire after every 2 years so that each member serves for a 6 years. Rajya Sabha is also has a chairman and a deputy chairman, and it elects a deputy chairman from among its own members. In next class, I will explain to you the powers and functions of the parliament. Thank you.